Hey everyone, my name is Yasmin Garcia, and today I will be talking about the power of makeup, how it has been used throughout history, and how its use has evolved to become such a powerful tool even in today's modern society. It is thought that makeup is only used as a form of self-enhancement and to cover natural blemishes, or just as a silly little hobby that women do to have an excuse to pay hundreds of dollars on high-end beauty products. What people don't see is the deeper meaning and value behind the true purpose of using and learning the skill of makeup. Makeup is used in many other forms, such as costume wear and even in some special cases, special effects wear. Makeup isn't just applying for the glamorous feeling. It can be used in many different ways, such as costume use in theaters and plays, or even as a way of identifying a social class. In this speech, I will not only go over in more detail of some of these points, but I will also be trying in some other additional information, such as what products are used, how they are used, and as well as even physically showing some of today's modern tools that are used within the makeup skill, just to add a little fun in the whole serious topic. I hope you all enjoy my speech, so without further ado, let's get started. Stop. To start us off, I would like to begin by providing and explaining more of the reasons makeup is used so that you all as my audience can have a better idea of what its actual purpose is before going into further detail of its origin. Aside from the reasons that were previously stated, makeup can be used in many different ways. Self-expression is the most common and mainstream use of makeup today, and is typically worn for self-enhancement. Millions of women, teenage girls, and even boys and men have turned to makeup to present self-expression in either very bold or glamorous ways by using unusual and dramatic methods of makeup application. What better way to boast about your self-confidence than to wear bright blue lipstick or by dousing yourself in glitter? Now, aside from today's modern usage, makeup was also used back in historical times such as the early Egyptian time and the mid-Elizabethan era. During these times, makeup was used to identify social class, was used for religious purposes, and even for hygienic care. Egyptians, for example, used cosmetic oils and creams as deodorant and lotions to soften and perfume their skins, and even to protect their skin from the sun. Some of the oils used were also used in the beginnings of religious rituals. Chinese women during the Zhou dynasty reign differentiated their social classes by using natural elements as nail polish to paint their fingernails bright colors such as red, silver, and gold, and they were only allowed to wear nail polish as if they were in higher class. And finally, early Asian women developed henna to decorate themselves with for religious events and weddings. Another prime reason for makeup usage, and definitely quite a popular one, is to alter or change the look of the face for the purpose of theater, costume, and special effect makeup application for plays, films, photography, and television display. This form of makeup usage is my favorite because it is popular when it began back when first originated, but it remains that way even still today with professionals who are educated on completely transforming someone into a whole different person, or numerous MUAs on YouTube who can give you step-by-step tutorials on how to make you look glamorous. Alteration, transformation, and modification makeup, as this style of appliance is normally called, is used to fit actors as various characters or creatures from scripts or screenplays from within productions. Next above, I will insert clips of videos and pictures of examples of those just mentioned. Next, I will talk about the origin of makeup and cosmetics, how it came to be, and how it is taught. According to research and various studies, as well as even some physical historical evidence, makeup has been around almost 6,000 years and it is present in almost every society on Earth. Of course, way back when we hardly knew what fire was, there was not any lipstick or mascara, so it is no surprise that the very first cosmetic products were made of natural resources like plants, roots, minerals, dyes, and some other things such as bones. Throughout the eras, more and more products were made from different resources, developing and evolving into the products that are still used today. The wearing of makeup and cosmetics became more and more popular and in style as women began wearing makeup to make themselves more presentable and to look of higher class so that they would be easier accepted and noticed for suitors. From all of this, makeup has become an everyday norm for men and women worldwide and is thought to be solely for enhancement. Thousands of cosmetic supplies and appliances are sold every minute of every day at higher prices due to mass demand. Behind all this makeup appliance, there has to be many hours of practice and teaching. Anyone can try to apply makeup to someone or themselves, but there is always some sort of educating behind it all, whether it be self-taught, whether an artist works on his or her own to master the skill, or through educated classes from college or high school courses, or, as modern-day millennials would, online tutorials. And finally, the fun part of all of this, I will be discussing and going over, if not all, then the majority of the tools and items that are used in the cosmetic category. Let's start off with the most basic of the brushes. There are many various styles and forms of makeup brushes and many different parts of applications. Some brushes are thin and fine to apply eye products, some are fatter and more stippled, and some are huge and feathery to brush on blush. I will now show you and demonstrate a few examples of some brushes that I feel are must-haves to do your makeup. Stop. Okay, first we have the foundation brush, and it looks like this. It is a flat top brush used to buff and apply foundations and BB cream. It looks more exactly like a paintbrush, which technically that's what it is. There are some more like this, but they're thicker, more like this brush, which I will get into a second. Next, we're moving on with this is the powder brush. It is much shorter than the other and a lot more stippled. It's used to apply powder foundations or blush. It's a lot shorter too, it's pretty cute. Okay, next we have the bronzer brush. It looks like this. This one's a lot longer. It's more stout with finer bristles. This is used to apply contouring powder or bronzer powder a lot more accurately than the blush brush would. Next we have the crease brush, and this would be the last brush I show. It's a lot tinier than the others with more precise bristles. It's used for eyeshadows and highlighters depending on the size of the pans of the actual product. And aside from the brushes, there are also a few dozen other applicants that can be used to do makeup. I will show you a few of each part for the face, of what I personally own, and then we will close this off. Okay, for the appliances, I'm going to start with eye products. First, we have eyeshadow primer, which looks like this. This is actually a face concealer, but they serve the same purpose, same consistency, same appliance, everything. Then we have eyeliner, which I have in liquid, like this. And then actual stick eyeliner. I can use either or. There's also a felt tip, but I don't have one. And then we have eyebrow appliance, which comes in a pomade in a small jar like this, in pencil form, like this, or in powder, in small palettes like this. Also for the eyes, we have the traditional regular mascara. Opens like this. There are many styles, many forms. I just use one like this, basic mascara. And then we have eyeshadows. This is a Morphe 35O palette that I own. There are tons and tons of palettes for eyeshadow. Next, for lips, I will be showing a liquid form of lipstick, which look like these in two colors. There are liquid lipsticks, there's regular cream lipsticks, and then there's just your basic lip gloss, just like this, pink. There's also primers, but I don't have one, unfortunately. For the face, we have foundation. Comes in a little bottle like this. There's liquid and there's blush. There's also a cream stick foundation, I believe, but I don't have one. We have highlighter, which is definitely one of my favorite things to use, especially today. There's some that come like this, some come in liquid, some come in powders. We have blush, if I can open it, like this, in many different shades blush. And then finally we have contouring. Now contouring comes in creams and liquids, but I use powders. And that's about it for this part. In conclusion, makeup is used for many different reasons. Not only can it be used for self-enhancement, but it was used in ancient times to present social roles and is even used as theater makeup back then and today to portray a person as another person or character. Makeup can be taught in many ways, the most common being self-taught, meaning on your own. Anyone can learn to use makeup despite their age, race, religion, sexual orientation, etc. Makeup is used for any purpose by anyone who is willing to learn it.